Okay, Gideon is eating peas, pumpkin, and applesauce, and it's a really fast recipe. And keep watching and I'll show you how. Gideon, do you love to eat your vegetables? Only when I puree them and hide them. That's right. This is peas, pumpkin, and a little bit of applesauce. Can you say yummy? Can you say thank you? There we go. Thank you. We're going to take a can of pumpkin. Make sure it's not pumpkin pie filling because that's full of sugar. This is just canned pumpkin. Don't even have to get everything out because I'm going to dump applesauce into the same can so I don't mess up a measuring spoon. I've got this one that's almost empty. So we're going to measure applesauce. And with your applesauce, you want to make sure, it's okay if you can't afford organic. I can't either right now. But you want to make sure that it's just apples. A lot of applesauce has corn syrup in it. So I think this is Mott's. I had a jar that's almost empty and it was just apples, and I think I had a Walmart brand, like a store brand, that was just apples, but it's surprising how many of them are just laced with corn syrup, so watch out for that. Anyway, I'm just gonna finish filling off this can. If you're making your own purees and your own applesauce, you know, 1 can is about 2 cups, so. Like that, and then we're just gonna mix it. I like to use a whisk. You don't have to use a whisk, you can use a spoon, but mix it really fast to get it blended together. So up until this point, this recipe is exactly the same as the pumpkin applesauce baby food. But I'm going to go ahead and add in, I got these at Big Lots, and they had organic dehydrated baby food where you just add liquids. And I like to add it to smoothies and stuff to give kind of an extra oomph to the food. And I'm going to add this whole packet in here, which is going to give us, I like to have more of a vegetable than fruit ratio going on because the babies already have such a sweet tooth, especially breast milk is very sweet. And anyway, so this is going to be 2 vegetables and 1 fruit, and I just like that. And you can see it is going to discolor it a little bit, but if you have it in the pouch, you're not even going to see that. You might see it in the poo. Anyway, so just a few more seconds than making the pumpkin applesauce, you can see that that now has that much more vegetables in it. And it's the same thing like with that one. You can put it in a jar of baby food if you want and just fill those. I will be wiping off the top here when we get done. I should have used a smaller spoon. Now if you wanted to put this in the freezer, I think I probably filled it too far for that. I definitely wouldn't go past like that point because when you put things in the freezer they expand. And since I now have a toddler, that wouldn't be enough food. So I'd have to use a larger jar. So I'm just going to put this straight in the fridge. But I'm getting really lazy. I have 3 kids, and the time it takes to sit down and feed the baby, you know, kind of disrupts from the whole meal time with everyone else. So I recently got these, and I'm so excited. It's the U-Fill. I'll try to put a link below. And you're able to just fill them. They're not paying me to say this. I actually just happen to love them that much. Anyway, you just fill it up and it acts just like those expensive pouch foods in the store that you shouldn't be spending your grocery money on, but you do, and you end up spending more money on the baby than everyone else. I don't know who I'm talking about here. Me. And what we're going to do with these things is I'm going to fill it up right into the middle. You can see the writing on the inside. And it's no biggie. If you don't fill it up perfectly every time, you might have food kind of squish out. You can see the inside there. I'm just watching, and I'm going to wipe off with a rag. It's kind of like when you, just like a Ziploc. And we'll see if I did it right. Whew, I had a little bit come out there. No biggie, we'll wipe it off again. And let's go see what the baby thinks. I make sure that he never gets to have the cap because I think it'd be a choking hazard. And this is with the peas in there. And he loves it. He doesn't even know that it has more vegetables than the pumpkin applesauce. He just still loves it. He's a good eater. That's right. And if you watch both videos, I totally gave him 2 pouches in a row. Don't judge me.